Guys, we spent $20 on this freaking insane Pokemon haul at a yard sale. What is good, everyone? Decan here today, and thank you for tuning into the retro world. Guys, this video is going to be a little bit different from the normal videos you guys see here on this channel. That's why it's dropping on the day that it's dropping. But you guys know that every Friday morning we do drop live video game hunting episodes at 8 a.m. Central Time. So if you're new here, make sure to tune into those. They're a lot of fun. This video is going to be a standalone video on this crazy freaking Pokemon haul that I picked up. It's Pokemon cards, by the way. I should probably let you guys know. So I recently went to a yard sale, but I felt like this part of the deal needed to have like its standalone video because it's freaking crazy. So we go to this yard sale, and I'm buying some video games. They say they have Pokemon cards, like baseball cards, stuff like that. I'm like, Pokemon cards? How much are those? We end up negotiating. I wanted to show you guys the clip from that just so you could see. It was a freaking crazy deal. Long story short, we spent a total of $20 freaking dollars. $20
Say what?
On this entire like box of Pokemon nostalgia. I was at the time, you know, I didn't really know what was going to be in the individual boxes. Like, it was kind of a gamble because at the end of the day, I could have opened up all of those boxes and there could have been nothing but like common like energy cards or like trainer cards, like, you know. But when you see that type of stuff, you really hope that you're gonna hit some like rare cards, some holographics, some freaking Charizards, Blastoise, like things like that. So that's the fun part of going to yard sales. If you guys don't go to yard sales, you definitely should if you're able to. I know some areas don't even have them, unfortunately, and that's really sad. But if you do get a chance to go, definitely go. No matter if you're just looking for video games, toys, like whatever it is, like you're gonna find something guaranteed. But yeah, I wanted to take a closer look at the stuff that we got because this stuff it's just stuff you don't see too often, and I felt like we needed to get up close and personal with it and just kind of dive in to everything. So I hope you guys are into the video. If you're here already and you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're definitely going to be entertained in some sort, and hopefully you're going to enjoy some of the other content here on this channel as well. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's take a closer look at these freaking Pokemon cards. Alrighty, guys, here we freaking go. We just got to start this off with this, really, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is the deal. Like, this is what I picked up right here for $20 freaking dollars. Now, guys, we're not going to open up all of these. I've already done that. So we will save a little bit of time because that would be kind of crazy. But guys, we are going to look at these like individually, and then we're going to start talking about some of the cards that we did pull out of these boxes. So let's just go ahead and just talk about this. Like, how sick is this? Who remembers this from their childhood? Like, I remember seeing this in stores. I never had one though. So I don't know if these were like behind the glass when we were a kid or if they were on a shelf. I honestly can't remember, but I do remember seeing them. And I feel like I remember seeing other people have these, maybe at like tournaments and stuff like that. I was just on the collecting side. I never played the actual game. So some of y'all are probably like, dude, you should have played the game. You're a poser. But like, really, you know, it's whatever. Like, I was just on the collecting side when it came to Pokemon. But guys, this thing is so sick. And look at the back. Somebody got this for $6. Actually, okay, so it says $6.99. But then if you look there, it says $1.98. So this was at Books A Million, and I remember going there all the time to pick up new Pokemon cards. And by all the time, I mean maybe like once a month. It wasn't as often as I really wanted to. But that's what happens when you're a kid, you know. Now, when you get older, you're able to buy more stuff. So guys, once again, $20 for everything that you're going to see. And this is not like a cool brag or anything like that. Like, it's just letting you know that when you go to yard sales, you might get lucky like this. I don't know. It could definitely happen. So we did talk about this one. This one is just a cleaner box. Like, there's no writing or anything on this one. So we're not going to go into detail of every single box that's the same. Once again, I already opened up all of these, and we've already pulled out all the cards, which we're going to be looking at all that stuff here in just a little bit. But I know some of y'all collectors out there are just stoked just to see this. I know this is unlocking some memories for some of y'all, so we got to go into detail. Y'all let me know, out of all of these that we're about to see, which one did you have when you were a kid? Because I know some of y'all probably had one of these. You might have had a few of these. Personally, I didn't have any of these right here. The one that I remember I had when I was a kid was the one that Machamp came in. It was like a first edition Machamp. You could only get it if you got the deck. So I think that was like maybe a fighting themed deck or something. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember that I had that one. So look at this. We got the hot water. I think base set 2, if I'm not mistaken. And this one came with Poliwrath by the looks of it. This box, I mean, it's a little beat up, but not too bad. Also, we're going to be going over some values here in this video too. So, for example, I think it was this one. I haven't looked up all of these yet, but this one at the time, I saw one of these sell for like $20, and I think it was plus shipping. So, we could technically sell this right here, and everything else is pretty much free. That's what we do on the video game hunting series, except instead of Pokemon cards, it's with video games. So that's what we do here with Pokemon cards now too, which is awesome. But all right, guys, let's keep looking. We got the Giovanni theme deck. And this one was supposed to have Giovanni's Persian, which is pretty cool. We got the Sabrina theme deck. Some of these are a little beat up. Now, when I picked these up, which you guys will see when we drop the actual episode, all of these had tape on them. So you can kind of tell there's a little bit of like markings left on here, unfortunately. But I was able to get all of the tape off without ripping any of the boxes. And I did that using my girlfriend's hair dryer. I should probably invest in an actual heat gun. But if you don't have a heat gun, you can take the hair dryer, put it up against the tape, and then the tape peels off because it basically like heats up the glue, and then the glue just kind of wears off. So little tip there if y'all didn't know, but let's get back to it. We got the Team Rocket Devastation theme deck. Guys, these things are so freaking sick. Like, look at this. And then some of these came with the little coins, like you see the Meowth coin there with the 10. I don't know about any of that stuff. I just know that was probably all used to play the actual game. Somebody school me in the comments. Let me know how those things worked. I'd love to find out, actually. And I love hearing from you guys. So educate me. I'm always cool with that. Guys, Brock. Who watched the anime? Let me know if you watched the anime. Yo, Brock, he was always on some... kind of on some creepy stuff back then. He was just always like hitting on everyone, it seemed like dude, chill, leave the nurses alone, Brock. Come on now. Yo, I'm gonna go and let y'all know real quick, this is my favorite one out of all of these. And I don't know if it's because Pikachu and Mewtwo are on the cover. This one, for whatever reason, just kind of hit like the nostalgia wave when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, I remember seeing that when I was younger. Never had it, but now we do, and it's going to sit proudly on the gaming shelf. So sick. All right, guys, and we got this deck right here, Psych Out. And once again, I think that 2 means like base set 2 when they started. Oh, and there goes all the value. Sorry, guys. I think that's what that means. I think that's what that means, if I'm not mistaken. But pretty sick. We got Blaine. Oh yeah, I remember him. All the fire Pokemon. So, going by just this right here, if this is worth $20, give or take alone, I mean, obviously the condition is going to change that. Maybe it'll be worth like 15 or something, but estimated, if this is worth 20, I'm kind of curious if the rest of these are all worth about $20 each. They might be, and we're going to kind of total up the potential value of all of this stuff just because that's always fun to do. But it's just so crazy to me that we can just sell this right here. Or let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say we just sell these just to be on the safe side, and we make our $20 back. Like, that is freaking mind-blowing to me. Alright guys, so what I've done is I kind of categorized a lot of these cards. For example, we have this one right here. We'll go and start off with this. Let me move some of these out of the way. We've got Blaine, right? And all the cards in here are basically from his theme deck. So, Blaine, the Blaine themed deck. And this one I think is a rare, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah. So, rare card. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a lot of value, but what I'm planning on doing, I'm going to go through and double check and make sure, because there's a lot of these cards I actually want to keep for the collection, but the ones I don't, like a lot of the common stuff I already have, I'm probably going to group up together, and I might throw them on eBay like this. So this will be basically a bunch of just Blaine cards. We're not going to go through all of them, because there's going to be way too many to do that with, but Charmander, Charmeleon, Doduo, Ponyta, Rapidash, like, you guys kind of get the idea. Now, just to kind of cut it quick, none of these are really super rare, but I kind of thought grouping them together might be like the best method if I were to sell them. And just for the sake of just showing them off right here on this video, I thought it was kind of cool. So let's go ahead and go through all of these real quick. We got the Koga theme deck. You guys get a little sneak peek. I'm not going to name all of them. Come on, y'all know most of these names, and well, most of these are the original Pokemon. I know these names, but when we get into some of the later ones, I start butchering names, and yeah, we ain't gonna be doing all that nonsense now. So we got Giovanni, we got Meowth, Machop. Once again, I'm naming all of them, even though I said I wasn't, but oh yeah. So right here, I mean, none of these I don't think are going to be like super valuable. So we'll add up like a few bucks or something for each of these just to kind of get like a conservative amount. But we got Sabrina. And once again, not going to name all of them, but pretty cool. Who remembers Porygon? I'm asking like Porygon went away forever. Like Porygon does not exist, but man, it's just so much nostalgia just looking at some of these cards. So sick. All right, guys, and then the last bit of the theme right here. So we got Brock, and then just a bunch of his cards. So Onix, Lickitung, Sandshrew, a bunch of the classic characters. So sick. All right, guys. And let's go ahead and get into a giant stack of energy cards. No, we're not going to go into those. So there is like 3 giant stacks of energy cards. I don't really expect these to hold much value, but maybe like $10 for like all of them or something. We'll add that up as we calculate the rest of this stuff going on. We mentioned a big group of energy cards. There's also this giant group of trainer cards. Nothing crazy in here either, but once again, cards that I don't want, I'll probably group together. We'll sell them off. I'd say at least another like 10 bucks. Oh, another 10 bucks for this or so. Now guys, before we get into the good stuff, y'all know we got to build it up a little bit. We've got a bunch of freaking just regular, oh, that's a hair. We got a bunch of just common cards. We're not going to go through all of these, but there's 3 stacks of this. You guys see like how big this stack of cards is? There's 3 stacks of these Pokemon cards. Oh, look, we got, I don't know how to pronounce that one, but we got Lantern. So definitely dipping into like a little bit of the next generation compared to the first generation. Tons and tons of cards. Once again, we're going to just briefly kind of look at some of the common stuff because I really just want to get to the cream of the crop here, you know, and I'm sure some of y'all are kind of waiting for the good stuff, but if you're a diehard fan, you're probably still stoked. Like just seeing some of this stuff, maybe you haven't seen any of this stuff in like years, I don't know. You might be stoked on it, but once again, there's 3 piles of just common cards. I've sold personally in the past like a stack of common cards like this for 20-30 bucks. So there's like decent value even in stuff that you might not care about. And the last bit of common cards here, kind of just briefly go through some of them. Abra. Who loved psychic Pokemon when they were younger? I think personally, I'm not going to say Magmar was my favorite, but I think I was just always after the fire type and the electric type. I think those two were just, I don't know, the ones I was drawn to. Probably because Pikachu and then probably because Charizard, but kind of basic answers there, but those are definitely like my favorites. Okay guys, so once again, before we get into the really, really good stuff, I wanted to show these off. I thought these were sick, so I have no idea how much value is in some of these, but honestly, they're just so awesome. Probably gonna keep these. Like, look at this one, Pokemon 2000. And we go Meowth. These are cool. Y'all let me know if you got any of these laying around, if you collect them or if you actually use them for the game. I don't know, but these are just so sick. These are probably gonna end up in a shoebox full of just random like retro nostalgia type of stuff I like to hold on to. And guys, we got this stuff. I don't know why we're showing it, but it did come with all these. Once again, I didn't play the game. I'm assuming these were for the game. And if not, then we're just showing these off now for no reason. So drop a comment and let me know. All right, guys, let's get into some of the better stuff here. I know y'all have been waiting. What is this? We've got 50 Pikachus. All right, y'all are probably like, dude, come on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I grouped all these together. I think I'm going to end up bundling them and just selling them as is. I already have this Pikachu. I think I have this one already and this one. So I don't need the extra cards. We can sell these off to maybe get more Pokemon cards in the future or more video games. Guys, we got these right here. So we have Mew and then we have Mewtwo. So these are the Black Star promo cards. These are pretty cool. Who remembers picking these up from back in the day? I think there was like 5 or 6 total different ones. I could be wrong, but I want to say there was like a Dragonite one and a Pikachu that I do know of. The other ones I'm not too sure, but pretty sick. All right, guys, so let's get into some of the better stuff. All of these cards right here are rare, and if you don't know anything about Pokemon, when I say rare, I mean if you look down here at the bottom, which, let's see. Okay, you look down here at the bottom, you see that little star? That means it's a rare card. So whenever you'd pick up a booster pack back in the day, I want to say you were always guaranteed at least 1 rare card, if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like you'd get 2 in a booster pack. I know it was 1 for sure, but man, I haven't opened one of those things in freaking years, so I can't even remember. But anyways, we got Beedrill, Moltres, Raichu, and then we got some trainer cards, which are rare as well. There were a bunch of these computer search ones, if I'm not mistaken. Electabuzz, Kangaskhan, Hypno, and none of these are holographic. We're about to get into that stuff soon. But I did want to show these off a little more up close and a little slower, just so we could all kind of dive in. If I were to estimate like value on just this stack of rare cards, maybe on the lower end, I'd say I don't want to shoot too high on stuff like this, but I'd say we could at least get probably 30 bucks if we were to sell them, but maybe even like 40 or 50 just for these, because each of these is probably worth like at least $3, maybe more, 3 to 5 bucks. So I would guess we'll say 30 bucks just to be on the safe side for this right here. Now guys, the good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive in to all those sweet holographic rare cards. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. So this was like I said, I had to pull all of these out. They weren't all in like one box or anything. They're all just, thrown in there. But dude, this is like why I was like, I gotta make a video on this. Like, there's some pretty good stuff in here. Most of these are worth at least
at least $10. Some of them might be a little less actually, but usually like 10 and up. And oh, I goofed. That one's not a holographic, so whatever. Just put it down for now. Got Muck, Wigglytuff, Skarmory. This one's pretty beat up. Keep in mind, guys, if y'all get into Pokemon cards or if you get into selling them, like, condition is everything. So just because like this is super beat up, you know, you'd have to list it as like very heavily played or even damaged. Make sure to always be super honest with that type of stuff because that's just important, you know. You want to make sure your buyer out there gets a good card. And they know what they're getting, of course, too. So, Lapras. We got this cool energy card. Oh my god, look at this one. I don't think I have this one. I might be holding on to it. I'm not sure yet. I definitely got this one, though. So that's cool. And I think I have the majority of these. Now, look, I should have saved those for the end, but... Alright, guys. So, as I was looking through these cards, we come across this freaking Blastoise. And I was just like, oh my god. Definitely, like, from the original set. And there's not just one, but there's two of them. So I'll throw like potential value of these up on the screen. These last time I checked they were pretty valuable. So seeing this, like, you know, after we made the deal, I was like, oh man, I didn't know this type of stuff was going to be in here. Like I was expecting, hey, a bunch of trainer cards, a bunch of energy cards, but once I saw this, I was like, well, that's how yard sales go, I guess. So Giovanni's Persian, Brock's Rhydon, Sabrina's Alakazam, Poliwrath. I feel like we saw a few of these already. Look at that, Mewtwo. And, oh, cool, very last one. So this is the only first edition card that we saw in the whole lot, but it's a first edition Machamp, so not a bad card to pull. Guys, let me know. I know I ask y'all to drop comments all the time. I love hearing from you guys, and that's like the reality of it. Let me know what your favorite Pokemon is, and then let me know what your favorite Pokemon card is. You might have two different answers, but drop a comment and let me know favorite Pokemon card and then your favorite Pokemon. All right, guys, just one last pan over of this insane yard sale score. Oh man, so sick. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a comment. Let me know below what your favorite thing was. Like, let me know if it was a certain card. Let me know if it was just one of the themed decks that you saw. My personal favorite from everything, and you're kind of seeing it right now, was this right here. This freaking Zap themed deck. Like, I don't know if it's just the nostalgia of this, like the colors. I don't know what it is, but this is 100% going into the collection. Some of the other stuff, I'm not sure. Like, I would love to keep every single box and just card from this haul, but I own a good bit of Pokemon cards from my, like, childhood. Like, I held on to those cards when I was younger, which, by the way, I'm kind of considering sending some of them off to get graded. I feel like they would be really awesome collection pieces, especially if I get, like, a crazy grade back. Y'all drop a comment and let me know how you feel about grading. Let me know if you think I should send some of those cards off. I think it'd be a cool idea. But yeah, this is my personal favorite. It's definitely going to be sitting here on the shelf. You guys will see it in future episodes. But yeah, make sure to hit that like button. It definitely helps. It pushes the video out to bigger audiences, and that's a good way to grow the channel. And then make sure to hit that freaking subscribe button so that way you guys can stay in the loop. Once again, remember, we're dropping new video game hunting episodes every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. And then on top of that, we have a couple other side series I wanted to mention real quick. We have a side series called Rad or Bad, where we basically just talk about a handful of video games from like a specific console, and we basically go into detail whether they're rad games or whether they're just straight up trash, whether they're bad. So that's a really fun side series. We also do amiibo hunting for any of my toy collectors out there. We've done some arcade videos, and you know, y'all just check out the channel. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about every single video we've done, but I appreciate all of y'all once again. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Until next time, peace.